Hi everyone, my name's Chelsie and you're watching Juice TV. I'll be your host for today's episode, so it's time to get to know me with some quick questions. I'd star in MOANA as MOANA because I really like the song You're Welcome by the character Maui.
What can I say except you're welcome for the tides, the sun, the sky.
My favourite thing to do on the weekend is to go to the beach with my family and my dog Milo. I don't have an answer for that question, but I was going to be named Willow, so I'll just say Willow. One of my proudest moments or achievements is probably when I found out that I didn't have cancer in my bone marrow anymore. When I found that out, it just felt like a relief off my shoulders. My favourite instrument is the violin because I love the classical music and stuff, and I actually do play violin as well. I hope you enjoyed getting to know me through those quick questions. Moving on, we like spreading joy here, there and everywhere. We recently went to Charleville and Cunnamulla to meet more epic superstars. First stop, the Royal Flying Doctor Service. Over to you, Eliza.
Hi guys, I'm Eliza, I'm 11 years old and I live in Charleville. I like to play football, netball and do swimming. And one day I would like to become a teacher and teach primary students because kids are cool. And I really like the Brisbane Broncos, so does my dad. And one of my favourite players is Selwyn Cobbo. One of the players from Brisbane Broncos lived in Charleville as a kid. And that man is Kurt Capewell. And I really like swimming. I go to other places for carnivals, and this year I was able to represent Charleville, and my sister was as well in state swimming for freestyle. One of the reasons I like swimming is because my sister does it with me, and yeah, it's just fun because it's a team sport. So you're probably wondering why there's a big plane behind me, because right now I'm here at the Royal Flying Doctors in Charleville. This service is important to me because 4 years ago on today, I broke my arm trying to do a Ninja Warrior trick that my sister showed me to do. And I got it the first time, but I tried the second time and I slipped and I put my arm down and I broke it in 3 places, and it was the day before my dad's birthday. So we went to the hospital in Charleville, and instead of having the dinner there, my dad bought me up some roast pork. I don't know why I remember that, but it must have been really good roast pork. I stayed there overnight, and then the next morning I took the plane to Toowoomba to get treatment on my arm. Everyone was really nice, from the pilot to the nurse, and the nurse's name was Denise, and she was the one that handed me my teddy and blanket, and my mum was there beside me, aka Joanne. Speaking of my mum, here she is now.
Oh, hi everyone, I've never teleported before. That is so cool. How are you, Lizzie?
I'm good.
That's great. I love my job here at RFDS. RFDS is part of the essential aeromedical network that Queensland Health has across the state. I've worked at Charleville Base for the last 19 and a half years. I'm the nurse manager here in Charleville. Our role here, we do the aeromedical retrieval work, which encompasses inter-hospital transfers between facilities. We also do primary retrievals out to small remote locations, and we also do primary healthcare work out in those very tiny communities out in southwestern and central western Queensland.
Mum, what do you think the best part of working at RFDS is?
Lizzie, I'd definitely have to say the best part about working for RFDS is people just like you. I love caring for the patients. They're all very special, so the people we care for, we're often meeting them at times when they're at their most vulnerable. So we have a really important job as part of their healthcare, so I'm in a fairly privileged position to be able to help them when they're at most need. So that's why I love working for RFDS. There's so many wonderful people that work here, including our amazing pilots.
Let's go see one now. Guys, I would like you to meet Elliot.
Hey Eliza, hey everyone, how are you all doing?
Elliot, how long have you been a pilot for?
Eliza, I've been flying for 13 years and with the RFDS for 2.5 of those years.
What made you move to Charleville?
Well, I applied for the job here at the RFDS. I was either going to move to here or Mount Isa, and luckily enough for me, I moved here.
Elliot, what's a day in the life of working at RFDS?
Well, that's the greatest thing about it. You just don't know. I turn up to work and we see where we end up.
I imagine you've seen a lot of Queensland. Where's the furthest place you've ever flown to?
We certainly do see a lot of Queensland. Our area is over 600,000 square kilometres. We're pretty much smack bang in the middle of it here. So we'll fly from here out to Birdsville and then over to Brisbane if we need to.
Well, I assume you have to get patients to places really fast. What is the fastest speed you've been in an aeroplane at?
We definitely do have to get them there pretty quickly. I actually hold the speed record for the base, and don't tell the other boys this, but over 700 kilometres an hour.
Oh, that's fast. Elliot, what's your go-to Netflix show?
Well, at the moment I like watching Suits.
All right. I'll let that one pass. But what's your favourite NRL team?
I don't have one.
Excuse me?
I'm really sorry.
Elliot, I have one more question. Who would win in a game of volleyball between you and my mum?
That's a very good question, and your mother and I speak about this a lot, and I think we both agree that I would.
Well,
Don't tell her I said that though.
to close this segment up, I would like to say thank you to Elliot and the other RFDS workers for not only helping me but other people in need of help in rural and remote areas. You guys do amazing work. Thank you.
It's incredible to see their amazing work, as they provide emergency services for people living in remote places. Keep up the great work, guys. Now it's time to pass the mic to Lilly, who is sharing about her small community that has a very proud history.
Hi, I'm Lilly and I'm really excited to be on Juice TV, and I'm here to share about where I'm from, Eulo. Eulo is a beautiful town. It's 10 hours west of Brisbane and it's also home to the megafauna. The megafauna is a really huge bear that has been extinct for a really long time. It's a really cool creature. It's a cross between a bear and a wombat, but it's like 10 times bigger, and it's been extinct for a really long time. And something really cool is that my friends found megafauna bones on their property. I reckon the biggest new hit in Eulo would be the megafauna park. Life in Eulo is actually really good. The best bit is that there's only 12 kids at the school, and I get to ride my chestnut mare Connie every day, and I get to play polo cross, one of my favourite sports, with my siblings. And did I mention that I have 4 siblings? Their names are Kasha, Blair, Mystique, Jacob, and then me. I love them all, but things can get a bit chaotic. For example, 1 second you'll have your chips sitting there right in front of you, you'll look away for 2 seconds, and they're gone. And also, don't mess with my chips. The best part about my school is that there's only 12 kids and we know everybody. And that also extends out in the community, so then you can go down and say g'day to everybody that you know, which is mostly the whole entire town. One of the hardest parts about living in Eulo is that sometimes I have to go to the doctors and they're all the way in Brizzy. And at the moment, my brother, who has a burnt foot, has to go down there every 3 months, which makes it pretty hard. Something that makes the trip a bit easier and funner is that whenever we get there, we get to go to the cinema and go to Macca's. When I go to Macca's, I always order a frozen Coke and a Happy Meal. Yummy! If you're a regional kid and you have to travel down to Brizzy, here's some advice for you. Plan something that you'll look forward to, like movies in Macca's or whatever you like. And before I go, I'm going to tell you a really funny joke. What do you call a girl who got her knee stuck in a fence? COURTNEY. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Lilly, and peace out.
So cool to hear. Thank you for sharing, Lilly. Sounds like I have a little more travelling to do. There's so many great places out there that I've never heard of. We're nearing the end of the episode, but we can't go past the sporting segment. Here's Brayden to talk all things footy.
Hello, my name is Brayden. I'm 10 years old. Today I'm talking about footy. I play for the Cunnamulla Rams. I play for the middle part and a lot of mates in my team. Shout out, boys. I like to watch NRL and my favourite team is Broncos. In State of Orange, I go for Queensland. If you haven't played footy, give it a go. It keeps you fit and you meet a lots of good people. Keep your eyes out for me. I'm going to play for the NRL one day. See you later, guys.
On you, Brayden. You sure know a thing or two about footy. Guys, that's it for today, but there's always so much Juice TV content coming out. Be sure to stay on top of the social media platforms so you don't miss out. My name is Chelsie. Thank you for watching. Bye.